Has there ever been an educational game you legitimately enjoy playing? I'd say any good education game is fun. The only bad ones I remember, at least from computer class, was when like the letter has to fall and you have to press the letter before it hits the ground or something. It's like there's no.
Those are typing trainers more than
you know what I mean.
anything, but yeah,
I would say, obviously, I mean I didn't play them a lot as kids, but I can imagine other people having fun with Carmen Sandiego. Oregon Trail is educational to some extent. Hell, Lemonade Game was fun. That taught you some logic and some planning. There's lots of games that are educational that people don't realize that are educational.
Yeah.
Games like the Civilization series are very educational, learning about human history and culture, and learning logic and how to plan, how to react. I think any future world leader should be required to play a game of Civilization successfully to know how to fucking manage shit. That's a whole other conversation. So those games are educational.
For me, I agree. A lot of educational games are great. I can go back and still play things like Number Munchers and Word Munchers and have fun. Oregon Trail is a lot of fun. Educational to a more narrow degree, but still educational and definitely a good playing game. My all-time favorite educational game, though, has to be Where in Blank is Carmen Sandiego. Because you learn shit, but those games are straight-up detective games. And they are fun as shit to play. I mean, I've actually, it's funny, the reason I kind of wanted to answer this question is because I've been so obsessed lately with going back and playing old Carmen Sandiego's that I've actually started trying to find them for my Apple IIe on eBay for a reasonable price. Because
I'm surprised you can't play them on a website. Is there like an Apple II website you can play them all too?
Probably, but I have an Apple IIe, and I mean, well, back in Buffalo, and I all I buy for my Apple IIe that I have back in Buffalo is educational software that I find amusing.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of just a hobby.
So yeah, I think like you said, the ones we remember are all good. Otherwise, we wouldn't remember them.
Right.
Educational titles.
Yeah, I mean the ones that kind of sucked would be like I know some people might argue it, but like Math Blasters, where you're just answering like cold hard math questions for like 10 in a row, and then it's like fire the scissors at the balloon. Okay, you get points. You know, I mean, Math Blaster was better, but there were educational games like that where it's just like do this rote repetition math. And here's a stupid mini game, and now do more math.
Jazz Jackrabbit, you ever play those? I never played them, but
Jazz Jackrabbit is not educational.
Oh.
Jazz Jackrabbit was a Sonic the Hedgehog ripoff.
Oh, was it?
Yes, with a gun. Did you ever play any of the Learning Company games?
No.
Like Treasure Mountain?
No.
Oh, those were
Those
fantastic.
Were those on all of them, or just Commodore?
PC, mostly PC.
I can't remember. I mean, I used to love the B. Dalton bookstore. I always tell this story once in a while. The B. Dalton bookstore had a separate computer section, like towards the middle of the back. At least
I remember that.
Oh, you can sit down on the computer. I remember seeing. God, that's why. Well, that's why I have 100 key punch softwares in my garage because I used to love those.